Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Prophetic Worship Gathering live. Thank you for joining in. Hey, if you're new to this channel, please either subscribe or follow us. And if you like what you're seeing, you want to help us out, you can donate any amount. There's a link below as well. Also, I've got a link for prayer requests and so forth. Also, you may want to take advantage of our 24/7 soaking prayer time on our Rumble channel there. So there's a link on there as well. Surprising enough, I guess my prophetic worship channel is back online. Who knows for how long on YouTube. But I do have it on also my Rumble channel for backup, just in case, because you never know. You may just say something and they don't like it and they'll just take you off. So anyways, so it was kind of an interesting week with the Super Bowl thing. People were talking, saying it could be like the Sums of All Fear kind of thing. And what is it, the Black Sunday thing, well, obviously nothing happened, so, which is probably a good thing. It's good that nothing happened, right? But usually all the attention was on there. So what comes to mind on that means it's a distraction from what's really going on. So that's the question. So anyways, so we going through another week. We've got Valentine's happening, and then President's Day coming up on Monday. For those who are in the U.S., have that day off. Thank God. And I know most of you people out there work like I do. That's it's nice to have that time off, right? So anyways, let's just go into it. I just have a quick announcement regarding that. And then we'll soak into that time.
What you're seeing, make sure you join with us in our prophetic worship gathering. It's a time of prayer, soaking, and Sunday every Thursday night at 7:30. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We have another channel called Rumble with exclusive news. All that you can't find here. If you want to give, we welcome that. You can donate to the link below. We really appreciate it. We're not making any money here on YouTube because of the censorship, but we appreciate it. We also have a link for prayer as well. We started up a 24/7 prayer as well. You can check that out on Rumble.
So let's just take a little stillness before the Lord right now. All right, so welcome back. Some of you viewing this right now either on the Rumble channel or YouTube. Surprisingly, as I mentioned before, all of a sudden our prophetic worship gathering channel is up on YouTube again. For some reason, they took it down, deleted it, and then all of a sudden, it's up there again. So we don't know how long that's going to happen, but it's up there for those. But I do have the Rumble channel just for, backup in case. I like the Rumble one because I can pretty much, express yourself more. On the YouTube one, you just kind of have to hush on some things, I guess. But who knows, right? Who knows what's going on? Let's see. It was kind of an interesting week with the Super Bowl thing. A lot of people were saying, people were telling me about the whole thing about the Sums of All Fear kind of thing movie, and then the Black Sunday kind of thing, all that stuff. You ever get a chance to see that movie? Check it out. It's kind of an interesting movie. Both of them, actually. The Sums of All Fear, and then I think you could actually go into the clip of that on YouTube. Part about the the football game, the nuke or whatever. And then there's the Super Bowl. No. It's called Black Sunday with a blimp thing. Also, there was a prophetic word. Bob Jones, he said a while back, I think it was 2000, post this up on YouTube actually on one of my channels when it popped up, about how he prophesied about a revival and Jesus coming back if the chief win or something like that. I don't know. You have to check it out. It's on my YouTube one that I put up on there. So a while back before it was deleted, but now it's on there again. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this time of soaking, and you're getting some download. Some insight from the Lord. I think it's important for us to get close to the Lord and close to what he's saying. What I noticed kind of interesting is that the Lord is kind of like is kind of judging the church, man. I mean, there's been a lot of things been popping up about the church, with the whole Daystar thing going on, and then this whole thing, what they're saying about Pamela White, about the whole, watching porn thing, or anyways, I don't know. May want to check that out. It's on the Rumble thing regarding that. I don't know. Just a lot of stuff happening regarding this stuff. Crazy stuff, you just have to hear God for yourself, and you just can't just rely on an organization, a church. So that's my my thoughts on that, especially if it's a 501c3 thing. You can't. I don't know. I just seen it so much time where they got a hold of you. You just can't. They can't really fully express themselves. They're basically. I like what this one guy said on this podcast, and it made totally sense. It's like they're not under when they do the 501c3. It's like they're under contract over the government. They're not freely. I mean, think about it. I mean, doing the free taxes or whatever discount. You're signing your rights. And that's what they're doing. They're under the same gap of all the other stuff in 501c3. I got to think of that. So it just reminds me of the old church I used to go to, where they were shut down, and so they shut down, and then they did the whole thing, and then whatever, and I don't know, it's just amazing, this whole thing. So anyways, to make a conclusion of this whole thing, it just seems like you can't really serve God and money at the same thing. So that's why I work a job to do this stuff. I wouldn't even I don't even want to call it ministry, because that word ministry is just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just kind of makes my stomach sick, with everything happening. So I'm not going to even call it ministry. So it's my channel. How's that? Simple. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff happening. And we're going to get more exposure about everything that's happening. I think that's what's going to happen. I know no one's perfect, but, just certain things you just got to keep yourself, not trying to, I don't know. It's so crazy, Anyway, so the good thing about this whole thing on this Thursday night thing, or the soaking time, it's not even Thursday night anymore. It's like almost certain nights, right? Just hearing God for yourself and just taking tune, And I mentioned that, tuning music of the 432 as opposed to 440, and the frequency of God. I believe there is a God frequency. There's a God tuning where people kind of like tune to God. I mentioned last year, about the kind of like touching nature, grounding yourself, touching a plant and grounding yourself, copper wire, all this stuff, and then taking out the internet and actually, I have a friend who actually did that, took out the internet system out of their office and put it in inside their what was it? They put it in their outside as opposed to the inside, and then they EMF proof their whole house, from all that stuff. And it seems like you just got to do that, just to protect yourself, with every Wi-Fi and all that 5G and radiation, phone radiation, I knew somebody or somebody's friend who actually would put their cell phone on their head, like side of their head, and then it would ended up he had like a tumor. And then, scary mode is that, he was putting his cell phone right on his head, side of his head, and that's the spot where he had the tumor. Another person had a cell phone right there and is growing where he would have his cell phone, on his pocket. So now it's like I just turn off, if I'm going to put it in my pocket, I turn it off, because of the radiation. It makes sense, It makes sense because, when you're on cell mode, it's trying to connect to something, and that's why your phone will go dead or something like that, because it's constantly trying to connect to something. And it's not good for you because you're in the middle of it, right? So with the whole thing there, and they're trying to beef up the whole Wi-Fi and everything just because, people want faster internet and bigger downloads and uploads and all this stuff, with all the streaming and everything too. So you gotta take time away from that. The more the better. So go outside, go in the sun and touch a plant, ground yourself, and just take some time off. I think it's important, especially this new year coming up. I think it's important for us to just unwind, maybe go into a lake or beach and take your shoes off and just put your feet in the sand and the water, or even just like going in front of the sun and just like soak for a bit, or if you're not there, if you're at work, where it's all cemented and stuff, look for a plant, that's planted, that's alive, not dead, and just touch it and ground yourself, There's some truth in all that. Just look at my archives, person did that, did some tests, and then it showed how much radiation that we have, and it's the detox and all that. So we got that. and the signs happening. I think it's good to know what's going on, but not be obsessed with what's going on with everything. But it just feels like this year, just that more exposures happening, not only with everything going on, but also in the church too. So just let you know. I don't know if we're in the end times. I know we are. I don't know if we're in the book. Right before rapture or whatever. There's that thing coming up again regarding that, about the third temple and all this stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. And all I can say is just focus on Jesus and try to keep your guys' self healthy and wise. We definitely are in those crazy times anyway. Yeah. So anyways, so that's it. That's all I got. And we'll see what happens this year. My advice is that with everything going on, it's probably not a good time to travel, because especially with all the craziness happening, don't go into these crowded places. If you can try to avoid it, that'd be good. And don't go in these large gatherings because it's not safe. But I think it's important to take that time to just soak with God and just getting that vitamin D and, maybe get into that frequency, God frequency and all that stuff. Go ahead and comment to me. You can always comment to me and let me know your thoughts on everything, and just stay healthy. God bless you guys, and hopefully we'll see you again. Bye. See you next time.
With us in our prophetic worship gathering. It's a time of prayer, soaking, and stuff every Thursday night at 7:30. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We have another channel called Rumble with exclusive news. All that you can't find here. If you want to give, we welcome that. You can donate to the link below. We really appreciate it. We're not making any money here on YouTube because of the censorship, but we appreciate it. We also have a link for prayer as well. We started up a 24/7 prayer as well. You can check that out on Rumble.